Hey everyone! Hey! It's your girl Precious Williams, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master. We come here every Sunday, and I'm so delighted to be here with you all. And for those of you who do not know me, I am Precious Williams. I'm affectionately known as the Killer Pitch Master. Why? Because I'm a 13-time National Elevator Pitch Champion. My work and I have been featured on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes Magazine, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, movies, documentaries, and just wonderful places all over the world. Just this past year, I shot a MasterCard Prices ad campaign, and there's so much more coming up. And so when I talk about the art and science of the killer pitch, whether it's a sales pitch, an elevator pitch, an investor pitch, a media pitch, or any of the others, we talk about it here. I know that there's a lot of entrepreneurs who aren't making the sales that they're used to making, or they haven't started to get traction. There are a lot of speakers who don't have anyone calling, emailing them, or checking them out to see if they should be blessed with an opportunity to get a paid speaking engagement. And so that's why we have the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show. I don't do fluff. I don't do BS. One, because I'm a Black woman from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a chocolate girl wonder, the chubby girl wonder, and female MacGyver business. So my story isn't the easiest. My story isn't like everything fell into place. There were a lot of pit holes and hills and valleys I had to go through to get here. And I'm so happy because my journey is a magical one. Your journey is a magical one. You just don't, you may not see it right now. And so today, I want to share with you hashtag speaker tales. We're going to talk about my TEDxButler presentation and speech that's tomorrow. My getting on the faculty of Babson College and winning Speaker of the Year 2021. In addition to that, I want to talk about as a speaker or an entrepreneur, what should you share on social media and some things that you may not want to share. It may be premature. The wrong people may find out about something and try to block it. And also, you know, sometimes you can be so overscheduled that you forget that you are one person. And you may have to clear your schedule to make sure that you're focused on money generating opportunities and not just doing what everybody expects you to do because you happen to be shining right now. And so, if you're with me today, please introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know if you're a speaker, an entrepreneur, and what brought you here today. Now, again, we do this every Sunday. There's usually a topic. And I love when people come back, but I also love when new people come. This show is dedicated to you all because when I was coming up, I didn't have someone who could school me the way I needed to be schooled. I wasn't taught by the gurus. I wasn't taught by the masters. I've been speaking professionally since I was 16 years old. So I learned how to be a speaker on the job. My methods can be quite unorthodox, but I have found that some of the greatest people don't do things the way others want them to do or the way gatekeepers try to make you do it. So I don't I love that I am who I am. I love the fact that you can be successful not doing it the step by step way that somebody else may tell you because that worked for that person. I also want you to honor the God in you that may be telling you to do things that aren't like everybody else. If you're a coach or a consultant, you might be told that, to be a great coach or consultant, you have to, be under this person and getting all these pictures with that person. Sometimes it might mean changing your language about yourself so that you don't seem like everybody else. As a speaker, I often tell people I need you to niche down so that you don't get put in a pool where you just sound like everybody else or you're measured like everybody else. I don't want you to be average, random, or ordinary. And so today, yes, I'm going to talk about the three big things that just happened, but there's also some other things that are coming up. And so let me go to my comments. I want to make sure that I honor every comment that comes. Let me just see. All right. Nordine, I hope I said your name right. Please let me know if I said your name right. So happy to have you. Amarimba, my girl, Amarimba. So happy to have you, Queen. And Gary, hashtag 100%. Love it. So today, again, as you know, we're going to talk, it's Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show. And we're going to talk about hashtag Speaker Tales. Speaker Tales is my way of, telling you stories from the trenches. Not from everything was perfect, everything was great, but also just how you can take a disappointment, a mistake, or anything and turn it into your advantage. So tomorrow I'm speaking at TEDxButler. Can y'all imagine? It's my first one. And yes, I've been offered TEDx's before, but this one's on Reimagine. And when I tell you, y'all want to see my y'all want to see what it takes. Okay. So here is 4 pages. I have 18 minutes. This is what I submitted. All this I submitted. I think I'm joking. I submitted this when I was selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There's 4 pages. I am honored to say I worked with Joya. Joya she preps people for TEDx's, and she's a great coach. And I'm not above paying for excellence. And this woman had this beautiful woman help me to craft this. Now you might be thinking, as a killer pitch master, would I need help? Actually, I did. She's more versed in TEDx's. And so because she's a coach at it, I wanted to make sure that what I submitted was on point. And I spent a couple of hours with her, just digesting what is the format for TEDx that will be great so that I can keep rising. And working with her and working with, TEDxButler, putting things into, so you start off like, okay, you submit, you maybe submit the outline, and then you do a bigger outline, and then you write the whole thing and you submit it. So I did all of that. They loved it from jump. I was so excited. The first one chosen for TEDxButler. So I'm so excited. It's going to be for a live audience tomorrow. And then we had rehearsals. Can I tell y'all, I was so busy up until rehearsals. And Joya told me, she said, you have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice. It's not that I don't. It's just that I put so much on my schedule leading up to it. So when I had my rehearsal, y'all, I nailed it. And then there was this thing of, oh my God, this is real. A lot of us haven't had the opportunity. A lot of us haven't had the opportunity to get in front of others. A lot of us haven't had the opportunity to bless people with our talent, our skill sets, and our abilities. And so knowing it's going to be live, it's going to be 30 people in the audience. But I'm so excited, can't use names, can't do this and that. I'm okay with that. So I'm very excited about that. And for those of you who are new to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master show, I know we usually don't go at 2:30, but it's hard to really judge my schedule sometimes. But what I really like is people who come here want to learn the true tea on pitching. They want to learn the true tea on sales pitching and investor and media pitching especially. They also want to know, how do we become booked and busy with paid speaking engagements? And so for those of you who do not know how to create the right type of pitches for yourself, I encourage you to take my free quiz at the website pitchingforprofit.com. Again, that's PITCHING for profit, FORPROFIT.com. In fact, in the middle of this, you can take the quiz. It's only 6 questions. It's 6 short questions. And when you click submit, the algorithms will do their thing, and then it will send you back a report, customized report, that'll show you how to start improving upon your pitches. Why is that important? If your pitches aren't working, if your website is not, if the website copy isn't converting, if people aren't, chasing you down, then there might be a problem with how you're reaching your target market. There might be a disconnect with the wording you're using versus what they're using. Sometimes we can get so intellectual that we realize that people just want brass tactics. And when you do this right, when you start to improve and improve and improve, one thing you'll learn is that you never stop pitching. You never stop sales pitching. You never stop wanting to get media interested. You never stop, wanting to get investors into. So things change in your business. When I started all over again 3 years ago, I never realized that my pitches would change over time. They changed because my clients have done bigger and better than they ever thought. They've changed because I've gotten bigger and better opportunities. They also changed because I'm not the person I was a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm not the same person. Or when I started Perfect Pitches by Precious in 2013. So think about that, right? There will be more opportunities that come your way. There will be some things you're like, oh my God, I don't even know what to do. And so if you're listening today, please introduce yourself in the comments. If you are, I'm on StreamYard, but I'm streaming out to many different things. So if I don't see your comment, please try and put something in the comments so I can see you. And I definitely want to acknowledge every comment that comes. So second, hashtag speaker tales. We've just talked about my TEDxButler. I am so excited. My friend Precious Frazier is coming with me tomorrow, and there will be several of people who support me in the audience. It's important because I love to make friends of the audience before I even get on stage. So it's just a warm embrace. I'm excited because reimagine is a topic. And a lot of us with the pandemic and economic downturn and social unrest, we've had to reimagine everything. And so I want to get food for thought on reimagining. And I pray that you all, when the video comes out or you're watching live, that you understand that everyone on that stage, from the mayor to all these other esteemed speakers, that we all have different perspectives. And that's the great thing about speaking. Hashtag speaker tales. All of us don't talk the same. There's Dr. Will Moreland, and I love when he talks about backyard bookings, getting booked in your hometown or in your state and staying there. You may have family, you may have a new child, and you want to be around. Versus me, I talk about, I don't want to be in my backyard in New York City. I want to fly out like an Instagram thotty. You got heard? Because I want more and more people to experience the killer pitch master. You know what I mean? I like getting on planes and flying elsewhere and being in suites and in hotels and being treated lovely. I love it. But it didn't happen overnight, y'all. That's really what I want to explain to you. Some people will look at your journey and think it all happened. I'm a 10-year overnight success story. 10 years. 10 years. Yes, there were people who heard about me, once I did Shark Tank. There were people who heard about me years before that. But there's something that happens when all the momentum happens and people all start hearing you and they think you just started. And it's like, I've been a speaker since I was 16. I'm 42. That's 26 years I've been going hard in the paint. Jordan, 96, 97. And so if you're new to watching now, remember this episode is all about hashtag speaker tales, TEDxButler. It is about my Babson College faculty appointment. And it's also about winning Speaker of the Year 2021 and what happens after that. And so if you're new, please introduce yourselves in the comments, your name, name of your company if you have one, if you're speaker, drop that T on us. And also what brought you here today? Because I go live every Sunday. There have been a couple that I've missed out on. Last Sunday, I was actually with my client and friend. Her name is Grace Vandercruz. She owns her own mergers and acquisitions firm. She's on the board of several public companies. And she brought me to her beautiful apartment, which overlooked, she was on Riverside Drive, and we were just living that life. And I wanted to take that time to remember who I am and why I do what I do. Her success, I'm a part of her journey. It's not about me. I'm a part of her journey. And she finds value in what I have done with her. And she invited a friend over, and we're just in there talking. Her daughter was turning 24, and it was amazing. And all I kept thinking was, when I was trying to be successful the first time, I would never make time to spend time just chopping it up and having a great time. Now I live for those moments. I want a hot queen summer where I got to do things I never thought of because I would always be in work mode. And we're going to talk about that today. Hashtag speaker tales. You can speak and speak and speak, and you still want to be inspired by just having good fun and good energy. So that when you take that stage by storm, you're ready. Okay? And so I'm going to get ready to go into my Babson College faculty appointment. Hold on. Just make sure. Michelle. Hello, President Michelle from Houston. I'm so glad you're here, Michelle. Glad to have you. My girl, Denisha, good afternoon. Congratulations. You know what? It's a killer pitch master versus the killer patch master. Girl, I see you. What's up, Denisha? All right, everybody. And again, if you are new, please take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. The reason why I have that quiz is because you aren't getting the clients that you want. If your phone ain't ringing, emails ain't popping, you're not getting sales, it might have something to do with the way you're pitching yourself in your email copy. It may be on your website copy. It might be in what you're saying to groups, organizations, or whatever. So if you want to improve upon it, take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. Okay. And so let's talk about it. So many of you may not have known, but I was in the first cohort of the Babson College Black Women's Entrepreneurial Leadership Program, the first cohort. And I remember that first day I had an interview with Fortune magazine, right? To decide on whether they wanted me to be one of their new corporate trainers. And so the same time we were starting the Babson College thing, I went to Dr. Shekinah Williams and I said, Dr. Shekinah, I have a major magazine that's interested in bringing me on as a corporate trainer. Can I have this meeting and come back? She said, you go do that. Had the interview, came back, and I felt really loved because she understood that as a corporate trainer, as a part of the Black Women's Entrepreneurial Leadership Program, they don't want to stand in the way, but they definitely want you to get that good, okay? All throughout the program, big things kept happening for me. And I really believe it's also because of the relationships that are built. There was a woman who was in our cohort who was on Good Morning America, blew up. I mean, she was already blowing up, but she blew up. And that's the kind of people you want to be around, people who are doing it and you're matching them, right? And I am a competitive person. F what you heard. I'm competitive, not because I want to do better than everybody else. It's because to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And I don't want to start something. And yes, my queen, Kelly Charles Collins, she's all about collaborating. I love that too. But I want to collaborate with people who are moving forward, not people who are stagnating. And so when they say game recognizes game, it's because if you about making it, I want to be associated with you, not to pip you for your network, not this, but to match energies and to go higher. In fact, I like to be around people who are at a higher station than I am in entrepreneurship because it only makes me better. I don't want to be the bright light in my group. I want to be a flicker to someone else's flame so that they can light me up. You know what I mean? And I'm willing to invest. I'm willing to put in for that. And that's one of the greatest things about Speaker Tales. There's certain things you really have to invest in. You can't do every free thing, every free masterclass. Listen, I'm telling you, some things move faster when you're investing. And you don't have to invest in everything. Be clear about that. You don't, because you'll go broke. But I definitely think if someone's moving forward and you can see it, and it's not even fake or fraud, and they can prove it, you might want to tap into why, if they are a good teacher, if they are a good trainer, if they have a demonstrated track record of success. Anyway, made it through the program, was still doing my thing, right? And I was always letting Babson College know about the things that I was doing. I shot the MasterCard ad campaign in the program. So there were things that were always happening, and I kept letting them know. And then one day I got a phone call about, hey, Precious, you're really doing it big and you're showing people that you don't have to look and sound like, act like everybody else to do it. Would you ever consider, consider teaching here? Y'all know I have a law degree. I never thought, molded over, and then decided yes. One, here I am at a different stage in life than I've ever been. Two, I can actually teach and train because I do that for LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Intuit, QuickBooks, Profit First. Like I'm popping because people can see results actually happening. And so I got a call that I was appointed and cried. I was at the Luminary. Shout out to Kate Luzia. Shout out to the Luminary. Cried. I couldn't believe. It was shocking. And I went to one of my queens at the Luminary and I said, come, look at this. I'm on the website of the faculty. And she was like, oh. And so she's like, what do we do? I said, I want to scream, but I'm in the wrong environment to scream because we're all professional women. I called my girl Precious over, who's a new member of Luminary. She's like, oh, and we're just sitting there. And I thought, God, I wasn't even pursuing that. And you still saw that I needed to be at the #1 school for entrepreneurship. The reason why I'm telling you the story is not for clout, not for bragging, is that I stayed faithful to my craft in teaching and training and getting better and better with every presentation, with every speech. When I think about the TEDxButler, it wasn't something it came to me. It's because my name is spoken about in places I never thought. And the reason why I'm so happy and so pleased is because it's the authentic way. It's like people recognizing that I have a unique talent, skill set, and ability. And my question to you all is what do you uniquely bring to the table? And I don't mean on some basic, oh, I'm cool, I'm people oriented, but no. What is the transformation in working with you? As a lot of queens have told me, what's the promise in working with you? Are you going to go hard for them? Are you going to work with them? Do you work with specific type of individuals? Why? What is about that network or that particular target market that you can totally blow up? You know what I mean? There are some people who only train companies that are at $10 million and higher. Some people start at $1 million. Some people start with, listen, I'll take small business. You could be making $2. So knowing where you are in the echelon. Some people want to work with companies, corporations, nonprofits, and foundations, but it has to be a certain segment in there, right? And so the more you drill down, and I think about the great Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark, she had us do this thing where we, looked at our competition, real competition, who's at the top of the food chain, and compare ourselves to them. What is it they have on their websites? What is it they do? What do I do? What do they do that I don't do? What do I do that they don't do? And exploit the gap. And I loved it because it's not something you do overnight. You keep going at it, you keep chiseling at it. Just like with pitches, you keep chiseling, you keep chiseling, you keep chiseling until you make it perfect. It's not an overnight thing, just like success. Unless you're a 15-year-old TikToker, it doesn't come overnight. It took 26 years for me to get here. 10 years of me grinding and putting nose to the grindstone. And so now that I'm at this place being on the faculty, I am very appreciative. And so I said to you all, if you're new, please take my quiz. Also, here's some other things I definitely want you to consider. If you all have any questions, drop it in the comments. Drop it like it's hot. Let me see who my peeps are. Andrea, how are you? I love you too, Queen Girl. I see you helping them with their resumes, girl. I see you, career readiness, and getting them popping, getting them positions they want. I ain't saying jobs because I don't work jobs. I am a job. City girls. Thank you. And Jennifer, how are you, Jennifer? Lovely to see you. That's my prosperity sister. Okay, let's see. Miss Kathy, it's just the beginning. There's much more to come. We're in the first phase. You better go, Miss Kathy. Love it. Okay. So again, don't forget, you all. You can introduce yourselves to each other in the comments. Denisha will tell you. Denisha comes often, and Denisha got a client out of being here and talking. And a woman reached out to me and said, "Hey, can you give me her information?" I went to Denisha and I said, Denisha, can I give her your info? It's okay, whatever. Listen what Denisha's gonna say. I'm not going to allow for the mediocre. If you are branding yourself, it doesn't have to be the traditional tried and true method. I help your brand stand out through custom embroidery. You are your brand. You are your best advertisement, and it should be reflected in your look. I'm the killer patch master because I help you brand yourself in outside the box ways. From the killer pitch master to the killer patch master, you know what time it is. So I love that. And you see how she's talking about herself. And because she made me a jacket, I be flexing in these streets. And so people love it. And so she created a jacket for me that I be put when I leave out of town. Denisha, don't I be putting it on? Don't I be flexing in your jacket that you made for me? I be flexing because people haven't seen anything like what you've done. They've never seen it, right? So anyway, as I go forward, I definitely wanted to share with you all some things. I'm going to be, so tomorrow is TEDxButler. Please, send out your prayers and your support. Also, on October 23rd, if you're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, please come out to the Sisters in Biz Expo. It is the only expo that is truly created by a Black woman for Black women. And she does a tour all over the United States, Atlanta, other places too, but I remember Atlanta most especially. But I live in New York, and this is going to be in Newark, New Jersey. For those of you who do not know, I went to law school at Rutgers School of Law in Newark. I am so honored to be a part of this. I've also judged a pitch competition with Sisters in Biz Expo. I think it was last year or the year before that. This year, I'll also be bringing my merchandise. And y'all know, y'all always love Pitch Please. I get my mugs, my books, my pillows and stuff like, sorry. Yeah, I know I love my pillows. Pitch Please. I'll be bringing a lot with me. And I would love for y'all to come out and support me and other Black women businesses in our area. There's going to be Bebby Smith. There's going to be, oh, she's going to love it, hip hop. Yandy Smith is going to be there. Dr. Cheryl Wood is going to be there. So it's going to be some great women. You can listen to panels. You can check out what we have. And I'm going to be there and I'm going to act up. So if you want to act out with the Killer Pitch Master, I suggest you show up. The tickets, I believe, are like $25. Come in. We have some great deals for you. And there's the link right there, sistersinbizexpo.com/Newark 2021. Come out and support us. And really show the love. I mean, yes, I don't have the name of a Yandy Smith or Yandy or Bebby Smith, but I'm getting there. And I'm honored to share this space with them because I'm going there. And you're going to meet quite a few sisters who you may not have ever heard of before, but doing it. So there'll be, body products, beauty products, books. There'll be cute things. There'll be some things you ain't even ready for. So come out and truly support us. And I truly believe in supporting businesses. As many of you know, I will purchase books or purchase merchandise from entrepreneurs, especially when they're just getting started, because I want to honor the fact that they put their heart out into it, right? So I do support, and people who don't believe me, ask people who know I do support. Please come out and support us at the Sisters in Biz Expo on October 23rd. And for those of you who do not know, October 23rd is my grandmother, Precious Dolores Williams' birthday. She's been gone 21 years, and I'm going there to honor my queen, the baddest bee to ever walk the face of this earth. And I'm going to do it on her birthday. Also, the Luminary, where my office is, the Luminary is in Midtown Manhattan at 1204 Broadway. They're also doing an October Women's Small Business Month pop-up. So on October 25th, 26th, and 27th, businesses that were selected by Luminary, who come from the Luminary membership, we're going to be there with our stuff too. So if you can't get to New Jersey, you can come to Newark. You can come to Manhattan. You can come in. You can register at the free link right there and come up and see what we have. Because some people don't then. Some people, this is their first opportunity to really showcase some of the things that they've been working on. And you'll be in a beautiful environment. If anybody ever watched my MasterCard commercial, that is where my MasterCard commercial was shot. So if you want to come see a beautiful place, eat some little hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that, come in and see why I'm a proud member of the Luminary. Kate Luzio is wonderful. Her staff is wonderful. And come out and support. So we got women who are Black, white, Latina, Asian, and Pacific Islander. We're here for you. We got women. Come out and support us. Again, and I'm going to check on so that's Sisters in Biz Expo right there. And if anyone needs them all to be put in the comments, just say, Precious, I need all the links for the expos. Or if you just want the pitch quiz, let me know in the comments, okay? And also the Luminary is doing a pop-up for Women's Small Business Month on October 25th, 26th, and 27th. I'm going to be there on October 25th and October 27th. Please come out and support all of us, okay? Let me see what my queens are saying kings and queens are saying in the comment. Wait, hold on. Let me just go up here. Okay, Denisha. Yes, ma'am. You know how we do, Denisha? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. All of a sudden it did something. Let's see. Michelle, you know what, Precious? I have over 1,800 in my network on LinkedIn. I aspire to become a world-renowned speaker like yourself. What do you suggest that I do next to make myself known? I post quite often, but what should I do next? Michelle, I'm going to come back to that, right? Because a lot of people will say it's about posting. I want to talk about the content in your post. Yes, you definitely want to share that you're an expert. You definitely want to drop some little tidbits, but it's not an everyday thing. Everything I post isn't about every speaking engagement. Sometimes I post about a great meal that I have. Sometimes I post things about a thought that occurred to me that I never realized before as I started stepping up in my game. Sometimes it's just like, you know what? I got to believe I'm on my thug thizzle today. So I want my sisters, my queens to be on their thug thizzle. Remember who you are and whose you are. So it's a mixture. It's not just motivational quotes. It's a lot of, it's a mixture. And a lot of people, I know they have schedules and stuff like that. But you want to engage your audience. You definitely want to ask questions. You want to get them to tell you what they don't know so that you can be that resource. But it's not every day throwing yourself out as the expert. Sometimes it really comes down to really engaging with your audience on other people's platforms too. Not saying, hey, buy No, not at all. But just, hey, here's a different perspective. When it comes to speaking, who are you reaching out to? Yes, you can have people in your network, but just like I wrote in my Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, who's in your network that you can actually see, touch, and reach out to? What are you saying to them? It can't be, hey, I'm looking for speaking engagements, or I just spoke here, but make it of value to them. Do you have everything that they need to refer you to someone else? What particular type of audience are you looking for? Like, it has to be clear. So I have my VIPs, I have my mailing list, but I also, have people that I once a month or every other month, I got to let them know what I'm doing. Why? Because I want them to see the grind and the hustle, but also that I kept it moving even in a pandemic and economic downturn and social unrest. If I can do this and my clients can do that while this is happening, imagine what I can do for that company, that corporation, that nonprofit, that foundation. Think about it. And I really focus more on the bigger opportunities for me than individuals, because in the pandemic, what started to happen is a lot of people were losing their jobs, so they were walking away. So they weren't able to pay for my services. But companies and corporations, even the ones they say don't pay, they were, because they didn't need somebody who's going to say the same things they said pre-pandemic. They wanted, how do you make it now? And so that's why I was able to come in and teach on sales pitching and communication skills and attracting and closing on your target market. So what are some of the topics that you speak on? And how do you do it differently? Is it a whole bunch of pulling from everybody else, or what is your unique perspective that you have definitely grasped onto and made it your own? Okay. Okay. You're going to be better than both those names. Is that what you talking about, Queen? It is yet, not that, not that. You know what, Denise, you always trying to get at me. I love it, Queen. You always got my back. I love it. So anyway, everyone. And so finally, as we talked about last week, was it last, or maybe it was last week, I was selected for Speaker of the Year from Dreamwakers, and you all came out and showed up, and they raised over $50,000. I'm so honored to Savvy Ladies, to KPMG, to my friends, to my clients for showing up in a major way and letting it be known that y'all support me and that I'm not a fluke for Speaker of the Year. The reason why I'm Speaker of the Year is because I do constantly speak. I constantly improve on my craft. And they were so honored that I would, every time they contacted me, I would always, stop what I'm doing to help the kids and to speak to the kids where they are. Not where adults tell me I got to know, where they are, because I was once there. And it's not just rah, rah, oh, you can do it, but really listening to the questions that they're answering and answering honestly and appropriately for their grade level, so that they will remember. I think about the women and men in my life who paved the way that I never got to say thank you to Mr. Brown, to Dr. Narcissus Bryant, to Mary Elizabeth out of St. Louis, who has her own girls school. I think about Addie B. Jackson, Miss Ruth Hill, when I think about Mr. Ingerson, when I think about Mr. Wickman, I think he was chemistry. When I think about people who showed up and showed love, top teens, when I think about inroads, when I think about, like, there were so many ways that I made it out. And I'm thankful that I took advantage, not even knowing where it would lead me. I never thought that speaking at 16 would take me to being 42 years old and being Speaker of the Year, and to earn that, not buy it, not earn that. And so it's a beautiful thing to know that in 2021, a lot of my biggest dreams came true. And it came from speaking. It came from being visible. It came from putting myself out there in uncomfortable situations where some people would say I didn't belong, and walking in with my head held high and teaching something that most people cannot teach and can't demonstrate live on the spot. And so I hope that what I'm saying is resonating with you all, right? And so now I'm going to talk about some things that may be uncomfortable, but I think it needs to be said. As we talk about, me speaking at TEDxButler tomorrow, me being on the faculty at Babson College, me winning Speaker of the Year 2021, there's some things that are coming up that I think that if I don't address it, it makes sense for me to address it now. what to pose and not to pose as a speaker, right? Now I know quite a few of us, we get booked for speaking gigs. There's nothing wrong with posting that sort of thing. I'm okay with that. What I mean is there's sometimes you're going to have opportunities that you don't want posted until the day of or after it already happened. Why is this important to know? What should you be posting and what things could you hold on to? Sometimes the greatest things that come to you need to stay with you until you're ready to unleash. Why? Sometimes there are energies and spirits that would take it from you if they could, if they knew how you were moving. And so, as much as people see me post or my team post, remember, you're probably getting at most 50 to 60%. There's so much that happens in the background that I have to hold close to my chest as it comes through. You don't want people calling and making and saying all these sort of things. You want you, God, the angels, and all that to be protected. And if it's meant for you, it's coming. But you don't want anybody standing in your way or trying, right? And sometimes you got to hold that close to your chest. As a speaker, yes, there are great opportunities that I have that I love to post. And some of them, it's just okay to post. It's like, dude, it's a done deal. For others, it's going to lead to bigger and better opportunities. And so there've been a lot of times I've been offered television opportunities. And sometimes those things don't work out. And some people will say, oh, who don't understand the nature of television will say, oh, you were lying about it. No, it didn't work out. And remember, I'm a person. I'm not a person in the studios. I'm not a producer or anything like that. So some things I have to hold close to the chest and not tell dates or anything like that. And sometimes things don't work out. You may be booked for something and something else may come up. I remember there was an event here that was supposed to happen early this year. And right before the event, it was canceled. So I'm glad I didn't post it. It was canceled because of something that happened politically. Think about that. It does happen. And it's hard to brace for it, but also at the same time, just know, hey, if it's meant to come back again, it will. But there are just certain things that I don't want you all to feel like you have to post everything. So I want you to think about certain things. If it's going to lead to bigger and better things, you might want to hold back until everything, all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted. I'm not telling you to not be yourself. I'm not telling you to not speak appropriately. What I am saying is some things are meant to come out and some things are meant to be hidden until it's time, until it's incubated and it's now ready to hatch. It's like you're going through the butterfly process. And then when you break out of that shell, then it's ready. So let some things incubate. Let some things do their thing. In fact, today is the National Association of Women Business Owners. They're having their Women's Business Conference tomorrow, I think until the 19th. I'm proud that I am the AARP / National Association of Women Business Owner Power to Dream Scholarship recipient. I am honored that I applied. I know they said that they prefer women over 45. As you all know, I'm 42. And one of the greatest lessons that I've learned is you can prefer those things, but maybe I'm just ready right now. Maybe it's my time. And so I applied anyway. And to my shock, I wanted, and I met the women just the other day, the other recipients, and some of the women I already knew. I said, yes. So don't ever count yourselves out. Go for some of the things. They always say that men, if they got 6 out of 10, they go for it. Women, everything got to be perfect. I don't know who those women are because I don't hang with women who be like, I got 1 out of them. Let's go. So don't ever count yourself out. And it also leads to wonderful things. So when we're all introducing ourselves in this AARP, National Association of Women Business Owner, Power to Dream Scholarship group, we're all introducing ourselves. And the 2 women who, were instrumental in us, winning, they were like, oh, I see the opportunity for you. Oh, I see this. Oh, check this out. Think about that. Had I not applied, I would never have been on their radar. So when it comes to hashtag speaker tales, Sometimes it's about just grabbing the opportunity and making yourself known. When you're able to be, when somebody asks you to pitch or they ask you to introduce yourself, I want y'all to kill it, because you never know who's listening, who's like, oh, we need that. We need that type of energy. We need that type of talent. So never do, always introduce yourself with power and grace, but also go hard, right? Not all of us are meant to be the same. There's some speakers that have elegance. There are some speakers who are just powerful. There are some speakers who are just like laid back and make you come for them. And then there's some people who are just like, I'm in your face and I'm bold. There's room for all of us. And the hashtag speaker tales. Just know that. So apply for great things. Apply if there are paid engagements, maybe you can apply for that. But if you know that some of your network is attached to bigger companies and you just need to get in there, go ham and cheese. Ask for the warm introduction, but also make sure they really know you, so it doesn't come across as boring and played. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stop talking. I want to see if anyone has any questions. And again, I just want to highlight that this is hashtag Speaker Tales. The name of this episode is hashtag Speaker Tales. TEDxButler, Babson College Speaker of the Year 2021. We've already dealt with those. And if you're new to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show, feel free to take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. It's a free 6-question quiz. And once you click submit, the algorithms will do their thing, and then you'll have a report that tells you how to start improving on all forms of your pitching. It's great. I'm telling you, it's popping. And then if you all happen to be in the New Jersey area on October 23rd, this Saturday, I would love for you all to meet me at the Sisters in Biz Expo. And it's an expo that features all Black women-owned businesses. It's going to be at the Robert Treat Hotel, which is kind of close to my law school, Rutgers School of Law, Newark. So I'm very excited about that. And it's also my birthday, my grandmother's birthday. And she was born on October 23rd, 1933. Oh, grandma poppin'. And so I'm going to be there. A lot of great Black women-owned businesses are going to be there. Yandy's going to be there. Baby Smith is going to be there. Dr. Cheryl Woods is going to be power sessions, power panels, and everything like that. So come out. And also the Luminary is doing the Luminary Women's Small Business Month. They're doing this pop-up on October 25th, 26th, and 27th. Please get your free tickets at this link below. And if you all can't get all of that, just put links ? And just say expo links, need that. Or if you need the link to my pitch, put pitch quiz link, let me know. Again, there are free tickets to the Luminary pop-up. That's going to be in Midtown. And also the Sisters in Biz Expo, the tickets to come in, I believe, are $25. I'd love for you all to come out and support me and everyone else who's going to be there. And let's go and talk to my peeps. And for those of you who, have never been blessed to see my triple threat book bundle, we'll talk about that, because I wrote Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. And 2 out of 3 of my books were reviewed by Forbes magazine, 2 billboards in Times Square. And so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to pitching in all forms. Love, love, love to teach on pitching. So let me talk to my crew. Let me see what's up with my crew. Wait, let me see. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me just do this. Okay. Hi, Precious. That's my girl. The girl Gertrude. Hi, Precious. Congratulations. I appreciate you for sharing your exciting news. Y'all don't know, me and Gertrude met at my first speaking engagement in 2018 at Bottomless Closet. And she'll tell you, standing room only, and I killed it, but we got put out that night. And it was my introduction to being a speaker again. I hadn't spoken in years. So it was great. Thank you, Gertrude, for showing up for me. Facebook user, hey Queen, you gotta let me know who talking to me. You calling me a queen. I love it. Denisha, Yandy Smith, or whoever else you call is gonna be. Oh my God, that's Precious Williams. Who knows? You'll be in that position where once they hear the name Precious, they will know it's you. It's so cute that you said that, Denisha, because people hear my name now. No, Precious Williams. Like somebody say Precious Williams, they'll be like, no, I just meant like, oh, it's Precious jewelry. But they hear it. And I love that you said that, because what you're doing is speaking from your lips to God's ears. You are a big name, just as you are. Your name will grow even further than this, without a doubt. Thank you. Denisha, drop it on them, Denisha. Loose lip sync ship. You already know. Michelle, it was, oh my precious, you are so correct. In other words, there are what we call in local terms haters. Sometimes a person or people don't want someone to excel. I go through that, and sometimes I learn the hard way to close my mouth sometimes. Thank you, precious. Thank God for you. Amen. You know what? Let's just give all glory, honor, and thanks to God, because when I tell y'all, there are some moments in my life where I may have overshared. I may have said some things, and it was used against me, or some people tried to use it in a roundabout way. And it's teaching me a lesson. Not everybody needs to know how you move. Not everybody needs to know, because I don't know what their intentions are. And so I'm still learning. Please believe the only thing perfect about me is my pitches. As a person, I'm a work in progress. Please believe. Thank you so much for saying that, Michelle. Gertrude, Michelle Edwards, I agree wholeheartedly. So true. Thank you for your comments. Yes. Michelle, thanks, Gertrude, for appreciating me and my thoughts. Girl, you better know. Gary, what is your opinion on pitching directly on LinkedIn? Wait, hold on. What is my thought? What's my opinion? Gary, to be honest with you, I've done that on LinkedIn. But I try to build the relationship first. And sometimes you may not have that option to be able to do it. But the best thing that I can honestly say that worked for me is working my network. And if my network isn't working, go to other networks where things are really popping, and not being afraid to show up and be different. Right? I'm a member of the Dames. I'm a member of, gosh, you know how your mind goes blank when you think of other organizations you may be a part of. And so the Dames is really in the Midwest, right? And then there are other organizations I'm a part of, and they instantly got my value and instantly started putting people in. I think about the Dames because there's Whitney Duff. When I tell you this Queen Dame right here, every week she'd be sending me stuff. She got me booked. So, okay, so you know I'm doing TEDxButler tomorrow. But at 7:00, I have a paid speaking gig. So I have 2 gigs tomorrow. How'd that happen? Whitney put me in contact with the right people. She'll send me things like, "Hey, Precious, I think you need to get this press opportunity. I'm gonna hook you." Think about that. People who can move you into position, not because you got to beg and plead, but they instantly saw that it wasn't for them, but they knew it was for you, right? When I think about the National Association of Women Business Owners, how did that even come to me? ICABA is a professional organization out of Florida. There's this wonderful woman. She posted this thing about the Power to Dream Scholarship. And at first I wasn't going to apply, but I was like, man, bump that. I'm applying. And I won. I went back to them and said, thank you for putting me out. Thank you for putting me on. Thank you to Jerome Hutchison. Thank you to everyone who would even tell someone to put that on. And you think about the Dell Women's Empowerment Network. I think about my queen, Catherine Rose, who is over Wise Her, which is all these women professionals who can teach and train in various arts, right? The reason why I'm a part of it is because they keep me going. You know, with Catherine Rose, we shot a commercial that has yet to air, right? Because now it was right before COVID. So now we have to reshoot. But, having connections at Staples, having connections at all these things, she always puts me on to the Dell Women's Empowerment Network. I was on that because I got to teach and train. Would that lead to more clients and customers? So my thing is not that you get in these organizations and say, oh, they gotta book me right now. No, you can build relationships. But whenever you have a chance to introduce yourself, I want y'all to go ham and cheese and peanut butter and jelly on people. I want y'all to go so hard. Woo, broke it, so it's forever broke. Do you hear me though? Do you hear me though? It matters because everybody takes these, when you pitch yourself as if, oh, we just do this all the time. I don't care if I'm a BNI, which I'm not. I don't care if I'm at anything. I'm always going to come correct. Yesterday, I spoke at Marsha Guerrero's Her Rise conference. And when I was pitching and I was teaching on how to become a hashtag booked and busy speaker, they were in the comments going ham. That led to book sales. You know what that also led to? A woman turned around and bought one of my digital products. And then what does that turn into? Now we're gonna work together. This morning I woke up, a queen I've mad respect from the luminary reached out and said, hey, Precious, you got some one-on-ones. Okay, now we're going back and forth. Think about that. All of this is momentum. I don't ever take an opportunity not to present myself and go ham and cheese. And I want you to think like that. Just pitching on LinkedIn alone, cold is rough. It can be done. Just like people back in the day had to do cold calls and they made it work. It doesn't work for most people, but if you can make it work, great. I tap my network, and that's been better for me than anything else. You can tell me if just cold pitching on LinkedIn works for you. But my best experience has been somebody putting me on or putting me in contact or vouching for me in those spaces, and then it made it so much easier. When I was at Profit Con and we hawking, was it 2-3 weeks ago? I didn't even understand what I was walking into. I knew that the organization was on point. I knew that Mike McAllowitz had wrote Profit First. I knew he was popping. I had no idea that when I went before accountants, financial people, that they would receive me the way that they did, that they would just buy all of my stuff. Not because I said buy it, but because I demonstrated what I can do and what I can do to help them, which turned into clients. And I want to give a shout out to my agent, because she definitely hooked that up, because I never would have known that opportunity existed. So I was used to getting all my engagements by myself. And I was introduced to this wonderful woman by my girl, Chrissy Das, who hooked me up with an agent who at first she was getting me great gigs that I never would have been privy to. And then when I was in Indiana at the Indiana Small Business Expo, we were talking. I said, I got so much coming at me. And we talked. I said, can you take this off my plate? If they come into me, they talking whatever they talking, you take it over and you handle that. And it was so easy and seamless to let her do that. But let it be said, they come to me usually first. Her network is different from my network. So she does bigger companies, corporations, nonprofits, bigger companies and corporations. And I'm honored that we work together. So I stay booked and blissful. Not even booked and busy, booked and blissful. So who's in your network and who can put you on? That's who I'm working with. Gertrude. You are welcome, Michelle. Yes, Michelle. I wish I could be there amongst the positive energy, but next year, girl, we can do that. Amarimba, I like the link. I like the luminary pop-up link, please. Queen, I'm gonna put it back on the screen, and then Queen, you can text me. You know, I'm gonna hook you up. And I got you. You know, we go back and like beans and cornbread. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back on the screen, Amarimba. Okay. Hold on, luminary. Here we go. Okay, so it's right there, Queen. And also, you might want to put in Google Luminary Women Small Business Pop-Up, and it should come up. Okay, Queen? So let me know if that works for you. Hold on, let me just come out of here. Gary, hashtag blessings, hashtag speaker of the year. Thank you so much, Gary. Constance. What's up, my girl, Constance? So I met Constance for real, y'all. We were at the Sean Fair Leadership Experience Tour in Detroit, Michigan, which wasn't that long ago. And I really love, first of all, she's stunning, a stunningly gorgeous woman, great speaker. And she had my book and she wanted me to sign it. And I was so touched that she brought my book and I signed it. No, she had my book already with her. She's like, I know you're going to sign it. You know, I was on there like white on rice. That's when you know you're making a difference. When people can come to something and have your book, like, I know you're going to sign that. So thank you so much, Constance. I'm happy to see you. And again, y'all, she speaks. She's a speaker. She knows what time it is. Amarimba. Great. Thanks. Okay. So as you all know, and I don't want to keep y'all too much longer because y'all know I go ham and cheese. Anyway, I have my triple threat book bundle. For those of you who do not know, I've written 3 books, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. I've written Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook. You would think I had all this stuff with me, but I was packing to go to my TEDx. And so this is my 3rd book, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency. This was at a billboard at Times Square. I have my other books, but I don't want to walk away and y'all can't and come, whatever. If y'all want me to walk away and go and get them, I'll show them. But my triple threat book bundle, I have the link for that. You can get all 3 of my books. They'll be hand signed. I will personally mail them to you. I'll give you tracking from the post office. You know, I ain't playing no games. I'll make sure you get it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I love these books because, if you really don't understand the nature of pitching, if all you've ever done is watch Shark Tank, you really don't understand the psychology of pitching. And then how to put together prompts that help you specifically with your business, your book, your brand, your product or service. If you are getting ready to launch something, I know Black Friday is coming up for people. I know people are wanting to launch books. They want to be Amazon bestsellers, New York Times bestsellers. They want big people to buy it and take pictures with it. There is a science to it. There's an art and a science to it. And I love for you all to understand that I wrote these 3 different books because number one, Understand who you are as a pitcher. Are you ruled by numbers, power? Are you mysterious? Are you flawed? Are you unstoppable? Are you funny? Like, I really want, once you start to understand who you are, then you go into the second book, which gives you different promptings, whether it's a media pitch, investor pitch, speaker pitch, whatever. You're prepared. And it's not just one prompt. You have several different ways, because I want you to see your business in its totality and not just, oh, I'm a speaker, so this is all I can do. Well, what if you created merch around what you do? Right? What if you created merch as a speaker? When I tell you pitch please, this sells. And it took me a long time. Wait, hold on. It took me a long time to realize that people like merch once they've met you. And if you have a book, if they can't afford your services as a speaker or as a trainer, whatever, they can always get a book. They can always get a book. They can get a mug, a cup. And only this year started debuting merchandise. Why? Because people loved it and they got to take pictures with me and stuff like that. So there's much more to being a speaker than just what you say on stage. There's many ways to bring it all to fruition. So if you want my 3 books, I have a triple threat pitch book bundle. You can get it there. Or if you come to the Luminary, or if you come to the Sisters in Biz Expo, you'll see them live. But, you know, if you want to get in, you're not in the areas at all, please consider getting my triple threat book bundle. I want to make sure that I honor your time. I think I'm close to almost an hour. And, you know, I always say we're not going to do that, and we always do it. So anyway, y'all, let me go and see what my peeps are saying. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm going to make sure I see all my peeps. Deidre, how are you? Hello, beautiful to you. And then we have Constance. Thank you, girl. Put you flex on her. Let them know what you talk about, Constance. You all are speakers. You entrepreneurs. Put it out there. I promise y'all. I don't know who's watching to see who they've never seen before. We all like to think that people want to still book the same people all the time, but sometimes it's not. It's not, because you'll keep hearing the same stuff. For example, I'm speaking at the Indiana Small Business Expo, November 11th, which is, I think, Veterans Day. So I can't be the keynote this time. So you know what? I'm going to speak on something totally different. And I'm excited because here is another side of me. And I'm so excited to be going. Shout out to Kelly Sparks. Okay, so hold on. Hey, hello, Gert. This is Michelle. Hello, Gertrude. I would love to have you in my network. I sent you a request. I hope you accept. Thanks in advance, Michelle. That's what I'm talking about, Michelle. Michelle, are your books on Amazon? Yes. All 3 of my books are on Amazon. All 3. You just won't have them signed by me or with a little personal note in there that we can key together. But yes, you can get my books all on Amazon. Okay. Constance, I need your guidance and coaching. Constance, you know I'm here for you, Queen. You know how to get at me, and I'll make sure you all have it in the comments, okay? I'm so thankful you said that, because you're dope. Gertrude, Michelle Edwards, I did accept your request. Thank you for asking. And then Michelle said, I hope to eventually have you as my coach, Pressure. Thank you, Michelle. Beautiful Gertrude. Thank you. It was my pleasure, Gertrude. Michelle, let's say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Drop them links. Constance, a childhood obesity warrior. You better get there. And so all of you, just so we're clear, if you all don't know how to get in contact with me, hold on, let me just put this here. This is my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. While you're there, you can look at the work with me page, and you see all of my services, from my one-on-one coaching to my digital online products, where you can learn at your own pace. You can take my quiz. You can get this link that shows you how to become booked and busy. You know, you can also just see some of the things that my clients and I've been able to do, testimonials. You can also check me out on LinkedIn. I am Precious L. Williams, killer pitch master on LinkedIn. As you all know, I have an article, like, what do I have? Like an article on LinkedIn. It's called Pitch Please. I have almost 100,000 subscribers. And no, I did not pay for them. No, I didn't bully anybody to give that. It's because the things that I put out there are really timely and of the essence. And I would love for you all to explore more ways of getting out there, doing lives, getting out there, whether it's Facebook Live, whether it's on Instagram. People need to see you sometimes before they can even think. They can read how beautiful words on your page, but sometimes they need to get a taste of you. And so when people meet me in real life, I swear, at Constance, isn't this true? At the Sean Fair Leadership Experience Tour that was in Detroit, it was like a family reunion of speakers I had never met in real life, but only seen online. And when I tell you, we cut up, they were like, "Oh my God, you're like this in real life." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Now, if you'd have met me 5 years ago, I'd have been very robotic, like, but today, I got time today. Today, I got time. What? I got time." So I want you all to know it's been a pleasure being here with all of you. This has been hashtag Speaker Tales. TEDxButler, Babson College, Speaker of the Year. If you all have any questions, please let me know. I don't want to keep you out forever and a day. Let me just check out what the homies are saying. Okay, hold on. Okay. Constance, thanks. Constance, you do have my contact information. If not, see me on Facebook and I'll make sure you have it. Michelle, let's see what Michelle. So I can just pull up your name. Do you mean on Amazon? Because I'm Precious L. Williams, and the 3 books should be there, or you can look under Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, and the other books may populate. Okay. Okay, Constance. That's what I'm saying, Constance. Drop it like it's hot on them. Drop it like it's hot. Gertrude, Michelle Edwards. Yes, she is amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, Gertrude. I want to say the same to you. You better say, Gertrude, you better take that because you are. Constance, yes, it was. Okay, let me see. Gertrude, I will keep in touch. Denisha, thanks yet again for a great session. Girl, killer patch master. Okay. Michelle, good and Precious is amazing. Gertrude, it's been a pleasure, Precious. Constance, yes, I do. Again, you all, this session is all about speaker tales, how to make yourselves visible. And also, as you see another speaker who you think is doing it big, please understand most of them have gone through the trenches to get here. And so there's no reason to BS you. And I'm honored that you all show up every week for me. And for those of you who are new, please keep coming back every Sunday, unless I change the date. Please consider being a member of my Facebook group, Booked and Busy Speakers. You can check it out on Facebook right now, Booked and Busy Speakers. Please take my quiz and my free quiz. And again, it's such an honor. This is a Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. Honored to be here each and every week with all of you. And again, I can't even leave because there's 5 more comments. And I like to show love. Hold on. Just make sure. Okay. Michelle, wait, I'm sorry. Yes, give me the contact info again. Michelle, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do you mean Amazon or do you my link? Just let me know. Precious, your contact info one more time. Okay, so on LinkedIn. Oh, you mean my website? Because that's the best place to get me is probably on my website, and you can send a message to me. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong one. No wonder I couldn't figure out where I was. This is my. Yeah, I know how we do. This is my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. If you need to send me a message, you can actually do it on that site. You can also check out my service and stuff like that. Okay. Let me just make sure I address everything that's said. Let me just get, okay. Okay. Just make sure I address everything. Oh, pressure contact. Okay. Yours, all of it, website. And again, on LinkedIn, I am Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitchmaster. So you will know who you're dealing with right off the bat. On Facebook, I am at Perfect Pitch P. On Twitter, I'm at Perfect Pitch P. And on Instagram, I'm at Perfect Pitches P. The other Perfect Pitch P is from years ago. I don't have any connection to that at all. But Perfect Pitches P, you'll see me, you'll see the logo, and you'll know it's me. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. I love you all. Thank you all for being here for another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Hashtag Speaker Tales. Come back next week. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.